Hello everyone. Today we're gonna do a full-length Pilates exercise that is safe for your back, and let's get started. So we're gonna start lying down. I like to do this because it sets the body in a different mode. So we're just gonna calm the nervous system and do some breathing work. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. My tailbone from head to tailbone is really lengthening north and south to give that length in between the vertebrae, and my fingertips are crawling up towards my heels. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Melt down your spine down to the floor. Place this fingertip on your sternum, which is the bony part in your chest, and then just relax that part. Oftentimes we have very proud chest, especially when we're trying to work out. So we're just gonna relax that sternum and shoulder up. We're just relaxing it. All that attention goes to your core as we breathe in for the final time. Inhale and exhale. Let all the air out. We're gonna inhale one more time to prepare. And as you exhale, can you draw the belly button and lift your right leg into a tabletop and then set it down. Inhale and exhale. Zip up your core and you're lifting your left leg. So it's more like peeling off the ground. Inhale down and exhale, lift. Really important that you don't rush this. I try to teach this to my mom, and she was having a hard time because she was rushing through it, but I get it. It's a progress. So inhale down and exhale as you pull up your belly button. So I like to think that my belly button is the start of the leg. Belly button engages, and then core engages, and then leg follows. Again, inhale, exhale. Lift both of the legs into a tabletop, but notice how I'm not arching my back. We're bringing that back. Again, you don't have to imprint, meaning you don't have to touch every single vertebrae, but intention is to keep that neutral spine. So if you think that you're more of a beginner, I would just think that you want to have an imprinted spine instead, because then you'll end up in neutral spine. Good. So you have a slightest gap between yourself and the mat, and then we're going to extend your leg and bring it in. Extend your leg and bring it in. Good. Again, breathe however you like it. Just make sure to flow with the breath. Breathing or breath is part of a Pilates values. So 7 principles of Pilates, along with alignment, control, important when you do exercises like this. So keep breathing and connect your core as you breathe in. We're gonna do 2 more. And last, and then set it down. From here, we are dipping down your toe. Notice that reverse L shape does not change, and then bring it up. Inhale to dip, and exhale to bring it in. Inhale to dip, exhale to bring it in. We're here for maybe 4 more. You guys got this. If your quads start to hurt, you can open up your knees to east and west just a little bit, and that's gonna help alleviate your quads dominance. I'll cover the topic in another video. Let me know if you wanna see that. Did we do 4? I always have a hard time with counting, but I trust that you guys will follow me and keep me honest. All right, from here, we're gonna actually add up our upper torso. Palms are facing the thighs, and then we are lifting up, zipping up your core. Inhale, lower. Exhale, zip up your core. 2 more. One last time. From here, keep curling up with your chest and you're extending single leg stretch. Again, the tension does not come from your neck. All of the strength is happening here. I like to think that I'm moving my belly button in and up, and that brings my head and shoulders up. We have 3 and 2 and rest. Whew, that was pretty spicy, wasn't it? We're just gonna stay with core strengthening exercise just a little bit. We are pressing up against your 2 hands pressing against your right thigh. And you are trying not to resist. So you are trying to resist that, and I'm pushing away and my thigh is trying to fight back. From here, I'm going to lift up the opposite leg. I'm gonna just add the single leg stretch that we just did. Notice the activation is different on your right side of the core because I'm working so hard to fight off my thigh. We are here for 3. Remember that neutral spine here, no arching back, and 2, and 1. Set it down, and we're going for the opposite side. So I'm pressing left thigh this time, this way, and I'm fighting against that thigh. Good. And then we're gonna extend and then bring it in. Extend and then bring it in. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Ooh, my left glute, my left abs, and the thigh is feeling it right now. So we're gonna switch it up. Come on all fours position this time. So your hands are right below your shoulders and knees are right below your hips. And really find that neutral spine. Maybe curl up your spine with a gentle cat and cow and find that neutral spine for yourself. Your elbows are slight bent to the side and you're spinning off your biceps as if you're shining your armpits to the ground. And we are extending the leg and then floating the leg. And just notice how your hips respond to this. It's really hard to nail it. Oftentimes we have kind of flaring of the hips. So we are bringing all of that to the center, especially the right leg right now is floating hard. Good. From here, we're just gonna fold that leg by primarily using your right glute and your hamstrings. Again, glutes and hamstrings are so important for alleviating your back pain, and it's often so hidden because everybody thinks that core strength is what fixes your back pain. But in my opinion, I think that glutes are a lot more important. So we are here for 3 more and 2. And your last one, flex your foot. We are stamping on the ground, stamping on the ground. It's okay to come on down on forearms as well. So we are lifting up, just stamping on the ground or the ceiling. Stamping on the ceiling, really use your glutes for this one. We have 5 more, 4 more, 3, and 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Relax, maybe sit back in child pose. Deep inhale and exhale. Come on up in all fours one more time. We're finishing up with the other leg. And make sure that my hips not opening to the sides. Square those hips. And as if someone's pulling my foot away, you're just gonna feel the length in your back of the leg. And now we are folding using your hamstrings and glutes. Keep breathing. Keep that hips anchored on an imaginary, maybe an imaginary table that you have underneath your thigh. And we are folding for 3 more. And 2. Hips are working so hard to lift the leg up. And on your last one, flex your foot and then maybe come down on forearms. We are stamping on the ground. Stamping on the ceiling. I'm trying to maybe imagining you have painted on the bottom of the foot and you're just stamping on the ceiling to create art. Maybe sometimes these imageries help me, so maybe it will also click with you as well. We are lifting up and squeezing your buttocks for 3 more, and 2, and 1. Beautiful job, guys. Maybe sink down in child pose, big toes touching in the back, knees are wide open, and sink down your armpit down. Deep inhale, and exhale. Good. Great job. So we are going on to the side work. This time we're going to do some side core strengthening work and then glute strengthening work. This is really important because it's going to get into QL, it's going to get into your glutes. It's going to help you find that mind-body connection to keep the nose above your pelvis. That's sometimes difficult. So making sure you're stacking your hips, stacking your shoulders. We are lifting up just ever so gently. It's okay to open your knees just a little bit and then lowering down. As you exhale, lift up. Both of the feet, the bottom of the feet is against the edge of the mat. So notice that alignment as well. It's like you're trapped in between the 2 walls. So your nose and the pelvis just aligned right next to each other. I like to think that I'm lifting up the bottom of my hips a little bit, so that tends to really activate that side of the glute. Only for advanced option, if you are able to, you can also add an extended leg. That's part of it. So we're here for 4. Belly zipped up. 3 and 2. On your last one, everyone, bring your leg out. Extend your top leg and then tap the floor. And tap the floor. Do not drop here. Tap the floor. Tap. 3 and 2 and 1. And then relax. So good. We are giving that arm some break. So sitting on the mermaid position, lifting up and over your arm, and then just lengthening out. One more time. Good. Let's move on to the other side. So we are, again, stacked position between your hips and your shoulders. Shoulders and hips stacked. Make sure you're trapped in between the 2 window planes or the wall. And then you're gonna lift up from the bottom hip, and then you're gonna extend your arm. Find your balance. Good. Lower down, and then lift. Lower down, and then lift. You can keep the arm down as well. It's up to you. Making sure that you're feeling that glute activation in the bottom, like at the bottom. It's really hard to do that. I like to physically touch myself and then lift up. Sometimes that tends to really help. And you're lifting up, zipping up the core. We have 3 more. Oh, and then we decided to add this long leg lift. For those of you who feel comfortable, you can add long leg. Really lift up from the bottom hips. We're here for 3 and 2 and 1, and then tap the floor and lift. Tap the floor and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. You guys got it. 3 more and 2 more, and then 1. Woo! That was a lot. And then we're gonna go for some mermaid position. So your both hips are anchored down, and then you're lifting up and over. So lifting up is so much more important than going to the sides, as I always recommend find the length first before you start to extend horizontally. And then 2 more. Great job. Now we're gonna lie down one more time into some bridge series. So we're gonna bring everything together, all the glute activations and core that we just did. So we are lying down facing the ceiling. Fingertips are reaching down towards your heels. And before you do the actual bridge, we're just gonna think about floating your tailbone just 2 inches off. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. So teeny tiny, but it works. Inhale and exhale. And as you continue to do this, start to think of yourself as more of a seesaw. When I'm lifting my tailbone, my knees go further out towards my toes, and then bring the hips down and extend your knees out that way. So you start to notice and understand the body mechanism where you're getting your tailbone lifted and then you're shifting your weight towards your toes. Once you have that, I want you to prepare yourself. Inhale and exhale and go on the full length of bridge. Again, knees are over your toes. That feeling, the sensation of lengthening your glutes or lengthening your quads are so important, because that means you're really giving all the work to your glutes. Don't let the quads do the work. Good. As you know, getting out of back pain is half the battle is activating and strengthening your posterior chain, meaning your glutes and your hamstrings. So you really want to focus on giving all the love to that muscle. And once you do that, make sure you're not flaring up your rib cage. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Scoop your belly. Good. And then lower down. Again, reach. Reach with your knees out to your toes. And then down. And then down. Good. We have 3 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. On your last one, exhale, lift. From here, lock the hips where it is, and we're peeling off your leg one at a time, just like what we did at the beginning. It is so much harder when you're in a bridge position to keep your pelvis so steady. And if this is too much for you, it's totally okay with me if you come down on your hips and then do this mindfully. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of spice here. You can extend your leg and then inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 3 more. 2. And last one. And then set it down. Maybe gentle rock to side. Again, scoop your belly. Lift up into bridge. Extend your leg. Lower, inhale. Exhale, lift. Lower, inhale. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Squeeze from your glutes. And 2. And last one. Let's set it down. And then down, down, down. Hug your knees. Gentle rock from side to side. and then slowly come up to the center. And we're gonna finish with some stretching. So we are going on a child pose, but dynamic child pose one more time. So toes are meeting each other and the heels are kissing each other, and then we're sinking down the hips and then bring it into all fours, and then sinking down the hips and then all fours. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Now we're going to come into all fours, but make sure the knees are a little bit wider stance than your shoulders. And then we're lowering down into cat-cow. Obviously do this only to the degree that you're comfortable with. So we are doing it very mindfully, so it may not look beautiful like some of these yoga and Pilates videos, but we care more about the functionality, right? It's all about enabling your body to feel strengthened to withstand the weight of the life, and for you to just feel more vitality throughout the whole day. And I think that's just the beauty of Pilates and all these body weight exercises. Good. So we're coming on all fours. So this is the end of the exercise today. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comment down below what else you would like to see more. And again, I have been fighting with my back pain, my own body for 10 plus years. And with Pilates inspired body strength workout, I was able to really get out of that almost permanently. If you want to see more of these exercises and also are curious about how I got out of my back pain, I have the exact step-by-step tutorial on my platform, Bulletproof Your Back program. I'm currently giving out 7-day free trials, so go ahead and check that out. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.